Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We have a great matchup here today. In pre-1961 Apba Bats League, we got the New York Giants traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Phillies. And what a pitching matchup we got here today, folks. Let's take a look at these starting lineups and these pitchers. Leading off for the New York Giants playing second, Frankie Frisch. Batting second, playing third, Freddie Lindstrom. Batting third, playing first base, Bill Terry. Batting fourth, playing center field, Willie Mays. Batting fifth, playing left field, Mel Ott. Batting sixth, playing right field, Ross Youngs. Batting seventh and doing the catching, Roger Bresnahan. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Travis Jackson. And on the mound for the Giants is CHRISTY MATHEWSON. Now let's take a look at the Phillies starting lineup. Leading off, playing left field, Billy Hamilton. Batting second, playing center field, Ed Delaney. Batting third, playing right field, Chuck Klein. Batting fourth, playing first base, is Don Hurst. Batting fifth, doing the catching, is Spud Davis. Batting sixth, playing third base, is Pinky Whitney. Batting seventh, playing second base, Francisco Thomas. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Haney Sand. And on the mound, look at this matchup, CHRISTY MATHEWSON for the Giants and Groveler Pete Alexander for the Phillies. Should be a hell of a game here, folks. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this one going. And you can see the New York Giants schedule. This is only a 2-game series, so they got one more game against the Phillies. And they move on and play St. Louis and St. Louis for 2 games and then go home and play the Pirates. But let's get this game underway. We got Frankie Frisch leading it off for the Giants, batting .217, no homers and no RBI. And he's going to be facing Groveler Alexander, his second start. He's 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA. Here's the pitch to Frisch. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Frankie for out number 1. Now you got Freddie up now. And Freddie Lindstrom's batting .231, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hamilton and left. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the first. And Bill Terry grabs the bat and comes up to the plate, batting .227. He's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Mathewson strikes out 2. Yes, exactly, Ken. Exactly. And you chime in anytime you want to manage these Phillies. Chime on in, buddy. You got Hamilton, Delaney, and Klein due up here. And Hamilton's batting a .150. No homers and no RBIs, going up against CHRISTY MATHEWSON, his second start of the year. He's 0-1 with a 1.29 ERA. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. And here's the pitch to Billy. And he's going to tag this one. He gets all of this. See how far this ball is going to go. Hamilton starts this game off. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is out of here, folks. Billy Hamilton with his first home run of the year puts the Phillies quickly up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. How about that? CHRISTY MATHEWSON grooves one, and Hamilton takes him deep. Ed Delaney's up now, batting .300. Yes, he slid in the home all right. Oh, sliding Hamilton. Slid that one right over the wall out there in right field. That's what he did. And Ed Delaney's up, batting .300. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Ed. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be out number 1. So 1 down now. And that'll bring up Chuck Klein. And Chuck Klein is batting .400 on the season, folks. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That is going to be a fly ball out the right field. Young's got room out there this time. Makes the catch for out number 2. And Don Hurst is up now. And Hurst is batting a .190. 1 homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jackson. That'll end the inning. But the Billy Hamilton home run gives the Phillies a 1-0 lead. And they turn to Alexander and say, there you go, buddy. You got it. Keep it. You got Mays, Ott, and Young's due up here. Willie is batting .333 on the year, 3 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Thomas at second. And he'll fire over to Hurst for out number 1. And Pinky's up now. Whitney, he is batting. I'm sorry, Pinckney's up. Listen to me. You got Ott up now. Let's get the right team. Ott is batting a .125 off to a slow start. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the sand at short. And that'll be 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And that brings up Ross Young. And Young batting .250 on the year, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be hit out in the center field. And let's see if Delaney can make a nice play out there. He's a 2 on a 26. That should be fielding column 1. Just barely. Fielding column 1. Nice play out there by Ed. He takes a base hit away from Ross, and that'll end the inning. The Giants go down 1-2-3. To the bottom of the second we go. We got Davis, Whitney, and Thomas due up here for the Phillies. Spud's batting .400. He's got a homer and 4 RBI. Okay, Ken, not a problem, buddy. And Spud, here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a rare play, a 65 on a 38. 65 on a 38 is going to be a foul ball, strike 1 to Spud. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a 25. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. And Willie makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up Whitney now. And Whitney is batting .222. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Ross makes that catch. 2 fly balls, 2 outs here in the second. And Thompson's up now. Francisco's batting .333, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. So a 2-out hit by Thompson keeps this inning alive here for the Phils. That'll bring up Sand. And Heine's batting .143, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be against a 25, a runner down at first. 10. Yep. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. And Thompson, with his speed, will make it down to third easily. So we got first and third now. All this coming with 2 outs. Again, the Phillies double their lead. Double your pleasure, double your fun. It'll take Mr. Alexander to do it. He is 0 for 1 on the year. Can he help his own calls out? And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out to Ott. And the Phillies will strand 2. We go to the top of the third. It's still 1-0 Phillies. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Giants. Bresnahan, Jackson, and Mathewson. And Rogers batting .300 on the year, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. And Ed makes the catch for out number 1. And Travis Jackson's up now. And Jackson's batting .238. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off of Alexander. How far is this one going to go? And that's going to be into third base line. That's going to be let's make sure here. He don't turn this into a single. 25. And nope, that's going to be a double down the line in the left field. So you got Jackson down at second in scoring position with 1 out. And Mathewson's up now. And CHRISTY is 0 for 2 this year. He's not a bad hitting pitcher, and he's already in scoring position. They're going to let Mathewson swing away here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Let's see here. 36. And Thompson's not that great of a fielding second baseman. And that'll be fielding column number 2. And the runner will get down to third. So a ground ball down the second. Now you got a runner 90 feet away, the tie and run. And back to the top of the order we go. And the flash, Frankie Frisch. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Where is it? That's going to be a 42 and a 2. That's going to be a ground ball. Yeah, back to the mound. He's going to fire over to first. And that'll end the inning. The Giants strand Jackson down at third. We go to the bottom of the third with the top of the order due up here for the Phils. And Billy started this game off with a solo homer. Let's see what he does this second time up. He'll be followed by Delaney and Klein. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. CHRISTY Mathewson strikes him out the second time. Billy might have been swinging for the fences. You can see the New York Giants and Philadelphia Phillies record. The Giants are 3-3. They scored 26 runs, 15 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. The Phillies are 2-3, scored 24 runs, hit 8 homers, have stolen 5 bases, and have been caught twice. And here's Ed Delaney up. He grounded out the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Phillies will take it. Now you got a runner down at first for Chuck Klein. And let's see here if Delaney's going to stay put. That would make him. Bresnahan does not have a good arm at all. A 25, a 51 or lower. And let's see. Old Ken's in here. I say we send him, Ken. What do you say? Even though Klein's up, I'm saying we're sending him, getting him in scoring position for Chuck. See if Ken's back. It'll be a 51 or lower, and he'll be safe. Alrighty, Ken agrees. And he's in there safely with the stolen base. Nice job. So Ed steals second, gets in scoring position for Chuck Klein. Let's see how many stolen bases that is for Ed here. And Klein, that was his first stolen base of the year, yes, or second. Don't know if that updates right away or not. So you got Ed down at second, Klein up now. Klein batting .381 with a homer and 6 RBIs. A single probably scores, Ed. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And a 53 on a 3. Might be fielding column 2. And nope, that's still fielding column 1. And I'll have to re-roll some dice here. And that'll be a 40. Youngs does have a nice strong arm out there. And like I say, Ed, he's already in scoring position. With his speed, a single is scoring. So 40 plus a 17, 23. That'll be what, a 50? That'll be a 45. I say he stays put. What do you say, Ken? Oh, you're exactly right. They need all the runs they can get. I say he stays put because a single is going to score him anyway. Why take the chance of getting thrown out? And like I say, it would be a 45 or lower. See if Ken agrees with me here. Or does he want to send Ed down to third? Got Hurst due up. Alrighty, yeah. Ken says keep him down at second. So now you got Klein up now. Well, first let's fly Klein out to right. And then you got Don Hurst up. And Hurst is batting 182. He is 0 for 1 today. So to say the least, he is due. Here's the pitch to Hurst. And he does deliver. And that ball is blasted down the left field line. Let's see. Yeah, down the left field line. He's not on there, down the right field line, in the right center field for a double. And that'll score him easily. So it pays off not sending him a 2-out double. Doubles the pleasure, doubles your fun. It's 2-0. Phillies now. Spud Davis is up. Yes, is right. I agree. I'm definitely rooting for the Phils. Anybody knows me, I don't call them the stinking Giants because I like them. And you got Spud Davis up. He's 0 for 1. Flew out the center. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jackson. Actually, that's going to be a pop-up down to Jackson. He makes the catch. But the Phillies score 1 on the double by Hurst. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. So now they're really telling Alexander that it's on him. He's got a 2-run lead. What more could he ask for? You've got Lindstrom, Terry, and May due up here. And Lindstrom is 0 for 1. He flew out the left. And that's going to be a rare play, a 63 on a 39. And that is going to be ball 1. Here's a 1-0 count to Freddie. And he gets a hold of this one. Oh, here we go. How far is Freddie going to hit this one? And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. That'll be a double. And a leadoff double now. And you got the time run coming to the plate. And Mr. Bill Terry, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Sand makes the catch for out number 1, and the runner stays put. Now you got Willie Mays up. And Mays is batting .318, and I'm sure Ott is struggling. He's batting .170. See if Ken wants to pitch to Mays here. Yeah, double mint gum is right. They was nice-looking girls, wasn't they? Yep. See if Ken wants to pitch to Willie or walk him. That's putting the go-ahead run at the plate, though, by walking him. I say you pitch to Willie. The worst he can do is tie it up. But let's see if Ken wants to walk him. All righty, we're going to pitch to him. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Alexander wasn't scared of Willie Mays. Strikes him out for a big second out. Now Mel Out's up. Like I say, he's struggling, batting .170. He's 0 for 1 today. He's grounded out the sand. And that's going to be a ground ball this time down to Thompson. And that'll end the inning. So the leadoff double never leaves second base. Grover, Pete Alexander pitches around it, and it's still 2-0 Philadelphia. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Whitney, Thompson, and Sandu up here. Whitney, he flew out the right his first time up. Pitch to Pinckney. That's going to be a ground ball down the Frisch. Over to Terry for out number 1. Here comes Thompson now. And Thompson, he singled his first time up. Can he do it again here? And no, that's going to be a lazy fly ball out the right. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Sand to get on here. And Heine, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a 25. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Willie Mays. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the fifth now. You got Young, Bresnahan, and Jackson due up here for the G-men. Ross flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 22. That's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Hamilton's got that with no problem. 1 down. Here comes Bresnahan up now. He flew out the center his first time up. Not this time. That ball splits the gap out there between Eddie and Klein, and that'll be a 1-out double. And now the Giants got another runner in scoring position, but this time there's 1 out. And we got Travis Jackson up now. And Travis doubled his first time up. Here's the pitch to him. And that's not going to be a double. That might be a double play. Let's see here. Nope. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. The runner is going to get down to third, though. So now it's up to the big train, Mathewson, to do it himself. Runner 90 feet away, 2 outs. And the Phillies up 2-0. And Mathewson grounded out to second his first time up. And we don't need no stinking DH because CHRISTY Mathewson says if he has to, he'll do it all by himself. And that ball is hit into left field. And that'll drive in a run. So CHRISTY Mathewson trying to do this all on his own. CHRISTY's down at first now with 2 outs. And it's a 2-1 ball game. The Giants cut the lead in half. And Frankie Frisch, he's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty. That is going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Actually, yeah, back to the mound. And Alexander's going to throw it over to first. But his counterpart comes through with an RBI single and cuts the lead to 2-1. We go to the bottom of the fifth, the bottom part of the order up. Alexander do what CHRISTY just didn't get on. He'll be followed by Hamilton and Delaney. And Grover, he flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second for out number 1. And back to the top of the order. Hamilton's homered in this game. And he struck out his other time. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Ross has room this time, makes the catch for out number 2. See what Big Ed Delaney can do here. He is 0 for 1. He has grounded out and walked, stolen a base, and came around to score. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And Bresnahan pounces on it, throws that ball down the first. And that'll be out number 3. The Phillies go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 6th. Lindstrom, Terry, and Mays due up here. Freddie has doubled and flew out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Alexander strikes him out. And you can see here that the Giants have scored 26 runs. Oh, that's the same thing we had before. So Terry's up now. He's struck out and popped up the short. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Alexander's dealing here in the sixth. Back-to-back strikeouts. We got a good morning and good afternoon. Can he strike out Mays for a good night? And nope. Mays takes a base on balls. Willie's down at first with 2 outs here. And then what is he? An E33. When can an E? Only with 2 outs, behind by 1, or tied or ahead. So Willie Mays is going to take off here, folks. It'll be a minus. Wait a second. We got something wrong with Alexander. He's a plus what? +1. I'll have to fix this. Give me 1 second here. Fix this with Alexander. Got his mood factor and didn't put the 1 in there. And where are we at here? And move factor's a 1 and a 1. And now back to the game. Alrighty. So, like I say, Mays is going to take off here. So it is a -4. That would be a 29. So it'll be a 55 or lower. He's safe. And barely a 51. Willie swipes second here. Gets in the scoring position with 2 outs for Mel Ott. And Ott is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second and the short. Here's the pitch to Ott. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden here with 2 outs after striking out the first 2, old Pete's having trouble. Can he get out of this with nobody scoring and hold on to this 2-1 lead? He's got Ross up now. He's flown out the center and the left. And that's going to end this inning. That's a ground ball down to Thompson. And actually, that's going to be an infield fly. Thompson catches it in the air for out number 3. And the Giants strand, too. To the bottom of the 6th we go. We got Klein, Hurst, and Spud Davis up. And Chuck is 0 for 2. He's flown out the right twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Terry. He calls off Christie. Takes it himself for out number 1. Don Hurst up now. Hurst is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Grounded out the short the other time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That is going to be a ground ball. Sorry, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Hurst. And that is Christie's only 2nd strikeout of the game. Spud Davis up now. He has flown out the center and popped up the short. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He strikes out Davis. That ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes to Phil's. To the 7th inning we go. We got the bottom part of the order due up here against Alexander, Bresnahan, Jackson, and Mathewson. We'll see here. Mathewson's already driven in the 1 run. See what happens here if he gets pitched hit for. Here's the pitch to Bresnahan. And that's going to be a ground ball down the pinky at short. 3rd rounder. He fires over the Hurst. That'll be 1 out. And Jackson up now. He has doubled and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And with nobody on and 2 outs, Mathewson's going to bat for himself here, folks. Like I say, he is driven in a run. He's 1 for 2 with the lone RBI. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. We go to the 7th inning stretch, 2-1 Phillies. And Whitney, Thompson, and Sandu up here in the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies would like to get some insurance runs here. Pinckney is 0 for 2, flown out the right and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Jackson makes the catch for out number 1. And Francisco Thompson's up now. He singled and flew out the right. Can he get on base here? And yes, he can. He squares this up against CHRISTY. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. That'll be a 1-out double. And that'll bring up Mr. Sand. And Sand is 1 for 2. He's singled and he's flown out to center. A base hit here may score Francisco. Let's see if Heine can come through here as we drop the dice and make this an official game. And that's going to be a 8 against a 25. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, a 21. That should be fielding column 1. Yep, that'll be fielding column 1. Actually, that's a pop up in the foul territory. Terry goes over, makes the catch for out number 2. Let's see what Ken wants to do. I say we let Pete hit. I'm not taking Alexander out of this ball game, but let's see if Ken wants to pitch hit for him and try to drive that run in from second. Like I say, if it's me, old Pete Alexander, old Grover is going to be hitting. It's his game to win or lose here. See what Ken has to say. Alexander is 0 for 2 today, 0 for 3 on the year. Just got a little bit of a pop. He's had a home run in 1915. I don't know if Ken's still around or not. He may have left for a bit. We're going to let old Pete bat here, folks. So here's the pitch to Pete Alexander. Can he deliver on his own? We don't need no stinking DH, but we do this time. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 2-1 ball game. Alexander will have the top of the order due up here. He'll have Frisch, Lindstrom, and Terry. You got Frankie is 0 for 3, struck out and grounded back to the pitcher twice. And that's going to be a ground ball. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And Lindstrom comes up now. And Freddie's 1 for 3 with a double. He's flown out and struck out. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. The Giants tie this ball game up 2-2 here in the 8th. As Lindstrom hits his, what number home run was that for Lindstrom? That was his 3rd home run of the year. Now we got Bill Terry up. Terry's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and popped up the short. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hamilton for out number 2. That brings up Willie Mays now with a tie ball game and 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. He did ground out, struck out, walked, and stole a base. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Ed catches it for out number 3, but Freddie hits the solo homer, ties this game up. We go to the bottom of the 8th, the top of the order due up here for the Phils. So you see the Phillies schedule. They got one more game against these Giants. Then they go on the road to Pittsburgh for 2, come back home and play St. Louis. Hamilton, Delaney, and Klein. Billy started this game off with a home run. Can he end this game off with a home run here in the 8th? And that's going to be a fly ball in right field. Ross goes back near the track, makes the catch. Hamilton just missed it, folks. Hamilton flies out the right. Up comes Ed Delaney now. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded out to short and to the catcher and walked. Stole the base and came around the score. Can Ed get on here? And that's going to be a base hit. Ed tags this one. How far is this one going to go for Ed? And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. Ed Delaney's down at second with a 1-out double. And here comes Chuck Klein now. A single might get the winning run in here. Delaney, excellent speed down there at second. This is Christy Matthewson's game. The win or lose here. Klein's 0 for 3. He's flown out the right twice and grounded out the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. That's one thing here. Let's do this. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to make another little change here. Just noticed that about Lindstrom. Okay. Wonder why I came up like that then. That's why. I don't know why that's on there. There we go. Clean that up. And now we should be good. And back to the game. Sorry about that. Wanted to clean up. Oh, it's all right, bud. I just wanted to know if you want the pitch hit for Alexander. I let him hit. He struck out and then gave up a home run in the top of the inning to Lindstrom. But the Phillies now got a runner down at second. And Klein's up, and he hits that ball down to Lindstrom at third. Let's see what happens here. And a 4. Lindstrom's a 4 on 43. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And he's going to look the runner back to second, throw over to first. And that'll be 2 down now. So it's up to Don Hurst. Can he deliver here? Put the Phillies up by 1. Yeah, it is. Oh, is he? That's a damn shame, Ken. Yep. Yeah, this is a good game. So let's see if Hurst can deliver. He's got an RBI double. Can he get an RBI single at least? He's grounded out to short his other time and struck out. Here's the pitch to Hurst. And that ball is well hit. That ball is deep. That ball is out in left center field. And rather out in right center field. And that's going to be another RBI double. Don Hurst delivers, and it is now 3-2. Philadelphia. Still a runner down at second, and Hurst 2 outs. And Spud Davis is up. He has flown out the center, popped up the short, and struck out. Like I say, this is Christie's and Alexander's game. These guys ain't giving up the ball, folks. And that's going to be a pop-up in the foul territory down the left field line. And Jackson goes out and makes the catch near the wall. Excuse me, for out number 3. But the double by Hurst scores 1. We go to the top of the 9th. And it's up to Alexander. Unless Ken wants to take him out, I say he stays in. He's got Ott, Young, and Bresnahan to deal with. I say it's Pete's game. He's got to go the distance. It is a 3-2 game. He gave up a home run in the last inning. Let's see what Ken has to say. I say it's old Pete's game. The man named after 2 presidents. See, maybe Ken had to step away again. So the buddy of his is calling him. And Alexander, if they go to the bottom of the 9th, is due up 4th. So all righty, Ken might not be with us here. So we're going to let old Pete, he's going to do it here. He's got Ott, Young, and Bresnahan. Can he get the win here against Christy Mathewson? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Thompson's up with it. He fires over to first for out number 1. Brings up Ross Young now. He is 0 for 3. He's flown out the center, left, and popped up to second. And that ball is well hit. Ross connects. This game's not over yet, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. This ball game is tied up. Ross Young ties it up in the top of the 9th. Alexander gives up the ghost ball, folks. Now you got Bresnahan up 1 for 3 with a double. He has flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a rare play of 63 on a 40. And that's going to be a strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bresnahan. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He comes back and strikes Bresnahan out after giving up the homer. Here comes Jackson now. Jackson's 1 for 3 with a double. He's grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a single in the right field. These Giants ain't done yet, folks. Single in the right. And I hate to say it, but Christy Mathewson's got to come out. They got to try to win this game here in the top of the 9th. He's going to come off the bench here. And it's going to be Mike Delane. It's going to come off the bench, the lefty. Try to win this game here in the top of the ninth, or at least give him the winning run against against Alexander. Let's see who's warming up in the bullpen, as it'll be a righty. 3 righties due up. And Grissom will come in, I would imagine, since they're the visiting team. No, it ain't going to be Grissom. Probably be the Barber. Probably come in, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's see what Mike does here. Mike is batting .333, 2 homers and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Hamilton makes the catch to end the inning. But Ross Young hits a solo homer and ties this game up. Bottom of the ninth. He's going to come out and pitch for the Giants. Let's see here. And Sal's going to come out here and pitch. Can he hold this? Keep this a tie ball game, folks. It is 3-3. One of the big guns is out of the game. He can't lose it. And right now, Alexander could win it if the Phillies can come back here in the bottom of the ninth and win this game. It's tied up at 3 apiece. You got Whitney, Thompson, and Sand up here. And let's see if we're going to make any changes here. Whitney, Sand, and Thompson. We're going to let Whitney bat. He's 0 for 3. He has flown out, grounded out, and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frisch at second. He fires over to Terry for out number 1. And here comes Thompson. Thompson's 2 for 3 today. He singled and doubled. Here's the pitch to Thompson. And that's going to be against the righty, 17. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. That'll be out number 2. And it's up to Sand now to get on base. And Sand is 1 for 3. He's singled, he has flown out, and he has popped up. And that's going to be a base hit, I believe. Let's see, against the righty in 18. And yep, that is going to be a base hit in the center field. Sand gets aboard here, folks. The go-ahead run down at first. And that'll be it for Pete Alexander. You got to go for the win here. Yeah, exactly. Gave up a home run to Lindstrom and then a home run to Ross in the 8th and 9th. And let's see who you want to go with. I think it's obvious. I think it's Richie Ashburn's going to come off the bench, but you tell me who you want to pitch it here for Mr. Alexander, with Sand down at first. Against the righty, Sal. Put the lefties up there. You got Williams. Williams has got great power. Don't know. You might want to go with Williams. See if one swing and a bat. Let's see what Ken wants to do. You want to go with Ashburn? That's who I would have picked. It's either between him and Williams, I would say. Williams has got the power. See if Ken, who he wants. Like I say, it's either Ashburn or Williams. Alrighty, we're going with Ashburn's coming off the bench. Can Richie deliver here? 2 outs, runner down at first, and a tie ball game. And Ashburn is 0 for 3 on the year. Can he get a key base hit with Sand down there at first with excellent speed? Let's see here. Let's see if we can get Sand maybe in the scoring position. That would be 22. 22 to get in scoring position. That would be a 44 lower. Let's see what Ken wants to do here. You want to send Sand down the second. 22. That would be a 44 or lower. A little better than a 50-50 chance. What is it, about a 60% chance to make it down there and get in scoring position? Or do we let Richie try to score him from first? The only problem is if he gets thrown out, we just wasted Richie Ashburn's at bat. That's the problem. That's what I say, because like I say, he gets thrown out. We just wasted Richie's at bat. It's not like he's already in the game. It'll come up at the top of the inning. So here's the pitch to Richie Ashburn. And that's going to be popped up. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Richie Ashburn strikes out. We're going into extra innings, folks. Extras. Read all about it. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch for the Phils. This is the Phillies' Achilles heel here, is their bullpen. It's not that great. See who Ken wants to go to. I'll tell him who's available. You got Johnny Mayer, Simpson, Meadows, Chalmers, and Castaneda. You got the switch hitting Frisch, a righty, and a lefty. So it really don't matter what direction you go. I say you bring in Jim, but that's just me. Since they're the home team, they'll never be able to get a save here. So I say you bring in your best arm. Yep, that's who I say. So we'll go with Jim. Where's he at here? There he is. Can he keep us a tie ball game and send it to the bottom of the 10th with a tie score, folks? He'll be facing the top of the order here for the Giants. Frisch, Lindstrom, and Terry. Frankie is 0 for 4. He struck out twice and grounded out to the pitcher twice. That was all against Grover. Alexander. And these pop-ups coming up now. Here's the pitch to Frankie. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Thompson for out number 1. And we go to Lindstrom. He tied this game up in the 8th with a homer his last time up. He is 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. He has flown out and struck out his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ed in center. 2 up and 2 down for the G-men. Here's Bill Terry now. Terry is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, popped up the short, and flew out the left. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll be out number 3. So Jim comes in and does his job. Oh, by the way, that was his second appearance of the year. We go to the bottom of the 10th. We got the top of the order due up here against Sal. Hamilton, Delaney, and Klein. Billy homer to start this game off with. Can he homer to end this game? Home run to start the game and a home run to end it. What a bookend that would be. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball back to Sal. He fires over to Terry for out number 1. Here comes Delaney. He's having a fine game here, folks. He is 1 for 3. He's walked, doubled, scored twice, then stolen a base. He's grounded out to short and to catcher's other 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Young. He makes the catch for out number 2. Here comes Chuck Klein, 1 swing and a bat, and this game could be over, folks. Klein is 0 for 4. He's flown out to right twice, grounded out to first and third. And that ball is high. That ball is deep, but not deep enough. Mays goes back, makes the catch. And 1, 2, 3 goes to Fields. To the 11th inning we go. And you got Mays, Ott, and Young due up here against Jim. And Willie is 0 for 3. He grounded out, struck out, and flown out. He walked and stole a base. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mays out for out number 1. Here comes Mel Ott up now. And Ott's 0 for 3. He has grounded out 3 times, twice to second, once to short, and walked. And that's going to be another walk. Walking a guy only batting 111. So the go-ahead runs down at first. Ross Young tied this ball game up in the 9th with a homer. He is 1 for 4. He's flown out the right. Sorry, he's flown out the left and center and popped up the second. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left. I guess I was calling the shot. That's 2 outs now. Yeah, this is one heck of a game, ain't it? Just what you thought it should be with those 2 pitchers. And now you got Bresnahan up. He has flown out the center, doubled, grounded out the third, and struck out. And not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. The Giants, again, gets the go-ahead run down at first. Well, sorry. Hold on a second. I forgot about Ott being on. Let's redo this and look it up. Forgot Ott walked. Undo. So that's going to be a 7 against a 17. That is going to be a single. It's going to be a single in the right field. And the 49. Ott's going to stay at second. So that's got a single in the right field. Ott's not going nowhere with his speed and Klein's arm. So now it's first and second. The go-ahead run down at second. Jim's struggling here with 2 outs. He walked Ott and gave up a single to Bresnahan, and now Jackson's up, and he's having a fine game. He has a double. He's grounded out to the pitcher and struck out and singled his last time up. And not this time. That's a ground ball down to Thomas. And actually, that's a pop-up down to Thomas at second. And that'll win the inning. The Giants strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 11th. This will be Sal's last inning, one way or the other. He's due to lead off the 12th. So one way or the other, this will be it. You got Hurst, Davis, and Whitney due up against him. Don's having a good game. 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with Hurst. They walking. Hurst walks on down to first. And let's see here. And I didn't put Sal's rating in there either. Why didn't I do that? Put Sal's move rating in. Looks like a lot of these Giants, I didn't put the damn move rating in. Alrighty, get the move rating in. He's a +1. And back to the game we go. Let's see here. And let's see here. I didn't want to do that. What'd you do that for? We'll go back to the game here. And the question is, do we want to send Don Hurst? He would be a 26. That would be a 52. A 52 or lower to get in scoring position here. What do you say, Ken? I say we send him. I say Hurst is on the move. See what Ken says. I say Hurst tries to get the second. Get in scoring position here. He had 10 stolen bases in what year? 1932. Ken says yes, send him already. So like I say, he's a 26. Got a -1 arm and a +1. That equals out. So a 26. 26 is a 52 or lower. And they throw him out a 65. Bresnahan comes up big, throws him out for out number 1. Now you got Spud up here. Watch him get a double or something here. Spud 0 for 4. He's flown out. He has popped up the short twice and struck out. And sure enough, that's going to be a base hit in the right field, obviously. After a stolen base, you always get a hit. Yeah, exactly. No way. A 65, Ken. That was like right on the fucking money. Would have got almost everybody out. Now you got Whitney up with a runner down at first and Davis. And the question is, do we get somebody on there with some speed? You got Andy Smecker, the backup catcher. So we could put somebody down there with some speed. You got, guess the only speed really you got on the bench is Hamner, and that's not great speed. I don't see anybody with any real great speed. I mean, you got Williams, but to give up his bat just to be a pitch runner, I just don't see it, especially if you have to go in another inning and pitch hit for Jim. I say we let old Spud run the bases. I don't see the advantage of taking him out. So Spud's going to run the bases unless Ken wants to pitch run for him. But I just don't see the advantage of wasting Williams' speed on the pads, and you're not going to get his bat. If he gets in the scoring position, we'll consider it. That's what I think. But down at first, I just don't see it. So, oh, Ken agrees with me. So we got Pickney up. He is 0 for 4. He has flown out the right. He has grounded out the second, popped up the short. Actually, he's grounded out the second twice. Can Pickney keep this going? And that's going to be a, let's see here, against a 17. That is going to be a base hit in the right field. And like I say, Davis with his speed, he's going to hold up at second. We got first and second now. Only one out. And Francisco Thompson's up. He's having a whale of a game. He's 2 for 4. He has singled and doubled, flown out the corners right and left. Now is when you question, do you pitch run for Spud now? Because a base hit could scoring. And I'm saying now you probably do waste. I say you do waste a runner on him now. And like I say, the worst part is, the only guy with real speed on the bench is Williams. Mendoris, he's got a speed of 9. And so does Granny. Hamner's got a speed of 9. That increases it by 4. See what Ken says. I'll show you the pitch runners here. Like I say, you can see the speed up here. Well, if it comes up, guess it's not going to come up. I hate this. I don't know why this game does this. Yeah, of course it's not going to show it. Not going to show their stats. But really, the only... Yep, it's not going to show their damn stats. Ain't that awful? So that's not going to do no good. But really, Williams is the only speed you got on the bench. Only speed you got on the bench. Simmons has got some speed. Ken says go with Simmons. Let's see here. Yes, he does. We could do that. We'll do that. So we're going to pitch run Simmons. Good idea. Didn't think of that. So Spud's going to come out. And Kurt Simmons is going to come out. It's not going to let me. What the hell? I need the pitchers. I need the pitchers. Let's see here. Go to the menu. Go to the menu. Options. Okay, here. Pitch hit, pitchers pit hit. Yeah, we'll turn that to true. That's what we're missing. Now we should be able to do it. There we go. And now we should have Simmons in there. Exactly. Now we just got to find Simmons. There's Kurt. He'll come in here and pitch or run. So Simmons comes in the game. Thomas will bat. So for right now, we'll put Simmons in. And like I say, excuse me. And here we go. And like I say, Thomas is having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 4. All we need is a single here. Kurt should be able to score from second, first, and second. Only one out. And Francisco Thomas is up. Here we go with the pitch. And that's going to be a 10 against a 17. And that is going to be popped up down the short. Infield fly rules in effect. And that's going to be out number 2. As Thomas gets under that one, folks. He's kicking himself back to the dugout. And now we got sand up here. And here is when you say, do we come out with Mr. Let's see here. Sand is 2 for 4, though. He has singled twice. Singled his last time up. Or do we go with Cy Williams? That's the question. That is the question. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So let's see who else. So then we can pitch it with Cy. And Groundy can come in the game, Hamner. That's what I think we do. I say we pitch hit for Cy Williams. What do you think, Ken? I mean, Sand's 2 for 4, though. He has singled, flown out, popped up, and singled. He did single his last time up. Do we let him hit 2 for 4 in the game? Can Heine be the hero? Yeah, Granny would come in and play short. Yep. And if need be, he gets on without nobody scoring, Granny could come in and pitch hit for Jim and do a double switch kind of. Well, you don't waste another pitch hitter. See what Ken thinks. Like I say, Sand is 2 for 4. It's the only reason I'm even questioning it. Otherwise, I'd bring Fred in. No questions asked. With first and second. Alrighty, so Ken says keep Sand in the game. So Sand's going to stay in the game first and second. And a runner down there is Kurt Simmons. Whitney at first. His run means nothing. Here's the pitch to Sand. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And Sal's going to fire over to first. And that's going to end the inning. And the Phillies strand 2. And now we need a catcher. This will be Jim's last inning. So we need Andy to come out to catch. And Kurt's done. He won't be able to pitch. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Sal. So first, let's bring in Andy to catch. And where's he at? There's Andy. He'll come in and bat in the 5 spot. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here for the Giants. See what lefties they got on the bench. They got, only one they got is old Doyle. Doyle will come off the bench here. See if Larry can get on board here. We'll have Doyle and Frankie Frisch and Freddie Lindstrom due up here. Larry, this is his first appearance of the year in 1911. He batted .310, 13 homers, and 77 RBIs. And that ball is hit well. Larry Doyle squares it up. And that ball is hit deep into left field, I believe. Yep. That ball is hit deep in the left. It's rolling around. Hamilton finally gets to it. That brown-eyed, handsome man's turning second, headed for third, and he's in there with a leadoff triple. Larry Doyle forces the Phillies to bring the infield in with nobody out. Runner down at third, folks. Can Jim pitch around this mess? Get out of this with no run scoring. You got Frankie Frisch up now. He's 0 for 5. He has struck out twice. He's grounded out to the pitcher twice. And he's grounded out the second. Here's the pitch to Frankie. And that's going to be a base on balls. I'll still say you keep the infield in. Lindstrom's up now with first and third. Can't let that run score. And Freddie is 2 for 5 with a double and a home run. He's flown out the left, struck out, and flown out the center. And that's going to be a 39 against the catcher, a 56. And I don't have his catching rating in there. Gosh, I got a lot of fuck-ups here. A lot of fuck-ups. What the hell? Put his catcher rating in here. What's his catching rating? He's a 7. Got him as being a catcher. I just don't have his damn rating in there. Just have it being a catcher. Alrighty, so he's a 7 of 56. So at first it was a 39. He's a 7. That'll probably be fielding column 3. On a 7. Yep, a 56 will be fielding column 3. So we're going to use the rare play on a 39, first and second. Okay. First and third, rather, not first and second. Have to re-roll some dice. And a 46 on a 39 is going to be an 18. That's hit down the third. And Whitney's down there. And that should be a fielding column 1 with a 5. Third baseman of a 5. Yep. So it was a ground ball down the third. What did I say? 46 and a 39. I just lost my spot. It was hit down the third. It was an 18, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's a high infield fly, runner's hold. Nice play down there by Whitney. Whitney makes the catch for out number 1. And now Terry's up. We're still going to keep the infield in, folks. Got to keep the infield in. With Bill Terry up, he's 0 for 5. He has struck out twice. He has popped up twice, and he's flown out the left. And here's the pitch to Bill Terry. And that's going to be an 8 against a 17. And that is going to be a single into right field. And Frankie Frisch is going to make it down the third. And that is going to give the Giants a lead here, folks. And still first and third. As Bill Terry delivers with an RBI single. Willie Mays is up. The Mays is 0 for 4. He's walked, stolen a base, grounded out the second, struck out twice, and flown out the center. And the Giants now take the lead for the first time in this. Well, no, they had a 1-0 lead. So they get the lead again. Here's the pitch to Mays. And that's going to be against the righty, an 18. And that is going to be a fly ball down in the left field. Hamilton makes the catch. And will this be deep enough to score another run? 47. We're Frisch down there. So a 34. So a 65 or a 66. Is there any way they'll get Frisch out? And they don't. So a sacrifice fly gets the job done again. And now the Giants got a 2-run lead. It's 5-3. Still a runner down at first. And now 2 outs. These damn Giants are tough to beat, folks. Tough to beat. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Exactly. Here's Mr. Odd up now. He's 0 for 3. He's walked twice. He's grounded out the second twice and grounded out the short. And that ball is hit hard. That ball is hit far. That ball is hit in the right field. And Terry's going to probably make it home. I don't know. Klein's got a good arm. Terry don't have much speed. With 2 outs here. 52. So let's see. 29. 55 or lower. Terry scores from first. Can Klein throw him out, folks? Nope. That's going to be an RBI double for Mel Ott. And all of a sudden, the Giants are busting this game open here in the ninth. 3 runs in now. And Young up with a runner down at second and 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Young. He's 1 for 5 with a solo homer. And that'll end the inning. Klein goes back, makes the catch. But the Giants score 3 and lead this 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 12th. We'll have a pitch hitter for Jim. And then we'll be back to the top of the order. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Giants. And it's going to be Marv Grissom. They got the Grissom still in the bullpen here. Marv's going to come out here and try to lock this game down. All that started with Larry Dole. Pitch hit triple, folks. Pitch hit triple. Started that whole mess. Alrighty, let's see who's going to pitch hit here against the righty. And Fred's going to come off the bench. The Phillies need some base runners here with a 3-run deficit. Fred is 0 for 1 on the year. Can he get on base here? This is Grissom's 3rd appearance. He has 1 save on the year, has yet to give up an earned run. And that's going to be a 8 against 22. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Ott's got it for out number 1. To the top of the order we go. Phillies need at least 2 base runners here. Billy Hamilton do it. Fly ball in the left. Here's Hamilton. He started this game off with a homer way back in the first inning. Here is the pitch to Hamilton. And that is going to be popped up down the short. He got under that one. The Phillies are down to their last out, folks. It's all up to Ed. Ed's having a damn good game. He's 1 for 4. He's walked and doubled, scored twice, stole a base. And that's going to do it. A swing and a miss. And that's your ball game. What a game, folks. What a game. 12 innings, 6-3 win by the Giants. Tough loss by Phillies. Tough loss for the Phils. Take a look here at the box score. Yeah, it was disappointing, Ken. Yes, it was. And Lindstrom, 2 for 6. You had Bresnahan and Jackson were 2 for 5. The Giants were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. You had Lindstrom and Young with solo homers. And the Giants left 9 men on base. You had old Don Hurst 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Then Thompson and Sand 2 for 5, but could not deliver there in the 11th inning. Could not deliver. And the Phillies were 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 men on base. CHRISTY MATHEWSON gets a no decision, goes 8 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 4, and gave up a homer. Sal comes in, gets the win, pitches 3 innings of shutout ball, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Grissom comes in, gets his second save of the year, 1 inning and 1 strikeout. Dole Alexander goes 9 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 9, but gave up the 2 home runs. And Jim comes in and gets the loss, 0-1, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs in that top of the 12th, walked 2 and struck out 1. Let's go take a look now at the standings and the leaderboard. And you got the Pirates, Dodgers, and Giants, and now the Braves all tied up for the lead. The Cubs, Cardinals are half a game back, and the Reds and Phillies are a game and a half back. Paul Warner's leading with a .409 average. Hank Aaron's still leading with 4 homers and 13 RBIs in the National League. Still, you got pitchers with no ERA. That's in the American League. Same in the National League. You got 4 pitchers with 2 wins in the National League. And Grissom is now tied with Don McMahon with 2 saves on the year. You got Hank Aaron in the lead in the MVP. And for the best pitcher right now, it's Vance. I want to thank Ken Castro for stopping by and helping manage these Phillies. It was damn fun. I sure enjoyed it. And what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. We'll probably be on later with game number 2 of this series. If not, you'll have a great night and take care until next time.